Check, check, 1, 2. Peace, world. What is going on? Happy Friday, man. Welcome to another Substantial Weekly. Of course, my name is Substantial. Welcome to the channel. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time, so on and so forth. Good to see everybody, man. Yeah, got a lot to cover today. Man, hold up 1 second. A little thing popping up in the background, but yeah, man, so much to cover today. We are going to be talking about a lot today. One, updating everybody on how the brother YU is doing. We're going to be talking about D'Angelo, the passing of legendary soul musician D'Angelo. Couple events to update you on and all that good stuff. And hopefully, man, if we hit our goal of 5 super chats today, then we will also listen to some beats from AJ Rios for a new collaboration that him and I can work on. He's always playing new beats and stuff. And of course, he's going to be the special guest, special guest on the show today. Yeah, man. So a lot to get into and all that good stuff. And plus, I learned something about the software that I use and how if I want to get in the habit of starting to break the show up and sharing clips, then we got to keep it under 2 hours. So the goal today is not only to hit our goal, but of 5 super chats, but also to end in just under 2 hours, so I can start breaking these things up into smaller clips and maybe get some new folks to join in with us, man, and partake in all the awesomeness that happens every Friday over here. So if that's cool with y'all, we'll see how it goes. But I'm not gonna force it, man. If we're having a good time and we're still going 2-3 hours from now, you know what I'm saying? AJ won't be here the whole time, obviously, but yeah, man, we're definitely going to be. We got a lot to talk about today. So anyway, let me hit this over here, and we'll go ahead and get started. And just a heads up too that if there is a technical issue that happens right now, it's just because I'm just switching something over in the background. So just bear with me in case there's a hiccup. We will be okay. Check, check, 1, 2. Okay, we should be good. My apologies, y'all. All right. We up here troubleshooting in real time. Y'all know what it is. So shout out to everyone here. Let's go through real quick. Hold on, stop for a minute. Clap it up, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. First super chat question is at the audience. How are you feeling this Friday? Yo, thank you, sis. Yeah, definitely, man. Let us know how you're feeling. I know over in Discord. Shout out to those of you a part of the Discord family. Also, shout out to those of you who are Patreon supporters and subscribers over on Bandcamp. What I'm gonna also do is starting next week, we'll have a graphic that celebrates, list all of the names of the different people who've been supporting over there, man. I greatly appreciate what you all do and stuff. So especially because I know there's periods of time where things aren't as active over there because there's a whole lot being worked on, but not necessarily being shared. And so, as y'all hopefully saw this past week, we're definitely making more of a conscious effort to make sure that there's more things coming through. Good, actually. Thanks. Was just wondering about YU. So yeah, so that's going to be the first piece of business today, or not business, but just first update of the day. So we'll get that up on the screen right about nowish. Let's adjust something really quick, and then after I update you on YU, I will bring in our guest. All right, let's see. Cool. So yeah, man. So quick update, man. This past Wednesday was a busy day. Shout out to Dimitri Max. I got to link up with him. He was the director of the Salt and Pepper video. So was doing some building with him about some projects. A project I'll be letting you know about in the future. But right after I linked up with him, I immediately drove out into DC to go visit YU to see how he's doing. And yeah, man, it was great. It was really, really great to see him. Spend some time with him. I was there at the hospital for nearly 2 hours, chopping it up with him. Shout out to Amani as well. Yeah, man, and met one of his boys and stuff from his job. And yeah, man, it was good to see the brother in like good spirits and stuff, man. Like, being able to communicate like with no problem and stuff, telling me about what he got planned for the future. And it's always good hearing people like talk about like, hey, when I'm better, this is what I plan on doing. You know what I mean? And so, that definitely, yeah, man, it was refreshing to say the least. You know what I mean? It was just good to see him like, motivated to get better so he could share all of the stuff that he's been working on. And it's a ton. And as somebody who loves that brother and is a big fan of his music as well, obviously the most important thing on my mind is just, him getting well, him like getting back to like where he was before as much as possible. But also as someone who's also a fan of this guy's music, listen to him talk about the stuff he's been cooking up behind the scenes. It's insane. It's insane. So, and he seems super excited about all of that, man. And yeah, it was beautiful, man. It was really, really cool. We laughed a little bit and all of that. And, I was picking with him because AJ, before I got there, AJ had visited him, I think the day before. And it was funny. AJ gave me a heads up. He was like, yo, just letting you know, he going to teach you this DAP that everybody need to know. You know what I mean? Going forward. And I was like, all right, bet, I'm ready. So I get there, and my man don't like we chopping it up for a minute and all of that. And one person come through, the doctor come through. I see him do the DAP because, he already taught the doctor before. The doctor's still struggling with it, but then another person come through and he teach them the DAP. And so when I was getting ready to leave, he's like, all right, man. I was like, hey, man, you gonna teach me this DAP or not? I was like, what we doing? I was like, man, I done watched 2 people come through and get the whole breakdown, So, yeah, man. So it was cool, man. But, I definitely, it was hard seeing them banged up. I'm not going to pretend like, yeah, man, just seeing them like that, it made me think of like other people I know who've been through it and were down bad and stuff when they were in accidents and stuff. And so I'm not gonna pretend like it wasn't hard, seeing him hurt like that and stuff. But knowing that for the most part the pain is under control and he's doing better and he's excited about the future and refocused, man. Like it was powerful to see. So that's what's going on with the good brother YU. Y'all got any other questions? I'll let you know. Going to the chat real quick. Yo, peace. What up, sis? Yo, sorry again. Shout out to Steph. Also shout out to my niece. I need to give her a call today. and all the other government workers out here who are at jobs right now and not being paid for it because they're essential employees and stuff, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. It's unfortunate that like our country is putting y'all in this situation yet again. But you know, we got y'all. We're here for you. Which reminds me, Steph, definitely let me know about the other thing we discussed, and invoice me so we can make that happen. You know what I mean? So let's see. Feeling fantastic. I stayed up all night into the morning socializing with a close friend over a Discord voice call, and it was really fun. That's awesome, man. Good to see you up in here, nephew. Josh says, thanks for dropping those tracks on Patreon as well. You are welcome, sir. I hope you enjoyed it, man. You know, yeah, definitely, man. Everybody show your love to stuff for sure. Warpath says, a little tired and burnt out after this week, but not too bad overall. Yo, hang in there, family. Hang in there. Hopefully you can get some rest over the weekend. Y'all are all blessed, man. Yo, indeed. All of us are, man. All of us are. Glad to hear YU is on the mend and in good spirits. Keep sending him our blessings and love. Absolutely. I know some people last week had asked about a GoFundMe or some way to support the family. So there is one that's there right now, but I was told to hold off on sharing that one because they're creating one specifically for his musician friends to share, and his daughter and family will be running that. And so as soon as I get that, I will be sharing that with you all, so that way we all can support. And yo, man, hey, thank you so much, Warpath. I appreciate you. We are only, what was it? No, 3. We are 3 we are 3 away from our goal. 3 super chats away from our goal. Remember, if you contribute, throw this banner at the bottom. If you also contribute via super chat, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, if you contribute any other way, just let me know in the chat. I'll use my phone to confirm, and then once I confirm that, it will count toward the goal of the day. So thank you so much. And it's not one of those situations where it has to be a large amount. For those who don't know how it works, it can be a small amount. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all contribute, it's not so much about the amounts, just getting folks in the habit of, like, if they are in the position to support, you know what I mean? Because, you know, obviously I don't charge to do this. This is, it allows me to, gives me a little bit of funds to work with, just to kind of, when I got to update stuff behind here or get some equipment worked on, purchase certain things, I can take that little bit that I raise over here and reinvest it into the equipment so we can keep doing these updates every week. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, seriously. Going back to the chat. Hello, you beautiful people. Man, that's a great way to be, to greet folks. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man, peace to you. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. All right. Yeah, hope everything works out soon too. I know she's sending love to stuff. Yeah, man, super real out here right now. Not to pry, feel free not to answer, but is why you expected to make a full recovery? Always prayers to him and his fam. I haven't heard anything saying that he wouldn't. I just don't know, like, considering some of the injuries that he has, I just don't know, like, how that's going to affect his walking or other things that he's going to do. But as I was told, like, his brain and his spine were not injured. So, you know, he has, like, you know, his mind is clear, you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing, because the mind is such a powerful, organ, man. Like, so knowing that, you know, seeing the level of focus, he was, man, like, not just about what he wants to do with his music, but mostly what he wants to do in terms of, like, giving back. You know, he was talking about, like, some of the music he wants to release and how he wants to take that and do something for, like, all the doctors and all the people who at the hospital who are helping him. He's like, nah, man, y'all saved my life. So, it's like, I want to honor that. And then, like, other things he's talking about doing, like, outside of his job and his music, he, he's just talking about, like, how he wants to give back and help other people in need. And so, it was beautiful, man. It was inspiring. You know, he was already a really good brother. And so, we were just speaking a lot about how being in that position, being laid up in the hospital, not knowing what the future is going to exactly look like for you, you know, refocuses us. You know what I mean? And I know I felt that way when I was laid up after my surgery, when they removed, you know, they had found a precancerous growth on my like where my small and large intestines connect. So I had a surgery where they had to remove part of my intestines. And you know, like, yeah, man, just going through that process and being laid up in the hospital for a week, you know, or just under a week, like, yeah, man, it definitely, you do a lot of thinking, you know what I mean? In particular about what the future is going to look like. And it makes you pay really close attention to who's good to you, right? Like in those moments, like who comes to see you, who, how the staff treats you, you know what I mean? And like, in particular for Black people, I don't know, for those of you who may not know about this, but like, you know, African Americans or Blacks in this country, like, have not had a great history, like with medicine and you know, that type of care, medical care in the United States, you know what I mean? And I ain't just talking about, Tuskegee, but like, you know, I'm reading a book right now called Medical Apartheid, and it talks a lot about that and why, like, Blacks in the United States have this trust for hospitals and doctors and things like that. Where it comes from, it doesn't just come from anywhere. But anyway, we'll keep it moving. Yep, so just responding to AJ in the background. So I'm going to keep it moving so we can, you know, get to it and bring on our guest, because I know he got places to go, moves to make. But real quick, thank you again to everybody in the chat. Hey, shout out to you, fam. Welcome. Hey, thank you for another contribution. Thanks for the Fire Bop Alloy shirt. Didn't get a chance to say thank you. You are very welcome, man. I'm glad you like it. All right. Yes, amen to that. The more I age, the more I realize health is wealth. 1,000%. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready to bring our guest, the man, the myth, the legend. Hold up. Let me make sure I got his pal. We got that right there. We get the joint there. Cool. And let me switch this here so I can make sure I hear him when he comes on the show. All right. Right one click. Bow.
What up?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, AJ Rios. What up, brother?
What's up?
Hey, man. Welcome to the show.
That's a funny comment. Somebody said, is AJ waiting in the back like the Jerry Springer show?
Jerry.
That's mad funny.
Yeah, man. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just you know, I had to be a little fashionably late. I had to be a little bit fresh since you always fresh, you know.
Oh man, listen. Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm just enjoying the perks of knowing a lot of cool organizations and other rappers and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man.
That's a dope hoodie, Jazz Blossoms. Yes, from the joint, right?
Yeah, from Words Beats and Life. Yeah. Wrong arm. There it is. There it is. You know. Shout out to Words Beats and Life. You know. Yeah, but dope. Yeah, man. So, man, part of the reason why I wanted you on the show today is because you know, today I definitely wanted to talk about you know, the late great you know, the late great D'Angelo, man. And I know that not only are you a fan and you're a musician who was inspired by him, so those two things, but then also you're from the same area that, like, he's from, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, generally we're within like an hour away.
Right.
That's some change, yeah, but basically, yeah.
Closer than me.
Yeah. Southeast Virginia. Mm-hmm. They're a little bit south middle, but basically Southeast Virginia, yeah. That whole 75 to 804 little cluster.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Also, too, before I get into it, so I have two different screens, and I'm looking at you, but it probably looks like I'm looking away. Should I move something?
Man, I mean,
because this is me looking at you, but I'm looking away from the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all good, man. You don't have to stare into my eyes when we speak. I'll be okay.
I was trying to be, make it cohesive, but you good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got two screens happening. I got one that's down here, so when you see me looking down, that's me looking at you,
Word,
right?
word.
And then I got another one over here. So like, but usually when I start talking, I try to remember to look up because that's where everybody else is seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I
man.
feel your pain. I feel your
Yeah.
pain.
Well, I'll
You
just
know?
I'll do a little switch.
Okay. All
When I get
right.
serious, we're gonna go.
Right. Right. Hey, let me
Yeah.
tell you something. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it. So look,
Anyway, yeah.
what I want to know from you, and hold on, I do have a graphic, but I might need to do this a little different. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Because I definitely want to. Yeah, let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, so I'm going to add this thing up here in a second, but I gotta hold up. Let's do.
I'm about to post a little promo. I got the still of you doing this.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get the. Damn it. Hold up. Phil. There we go. Got that. All right. We're going to adjust that. Yeah. And I'm up here designing how the camera layout's going to be because it's always slightly different when I have a guest. So
Okay.
I'm trying to see if this is going to work. So we're going to save this. We're going to save that new layout and we're going to adapt it now. Boom. Hold up.
Oh, maybe I should wait to put my promo then.
Yeah, so hold on.
Cool.
Oh, why is it not? All right, I got to edit it. Hold on. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it.
Good. Omni man stand.
Oh, man. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that we can see D'Angelo on the screen while we're talking. Hold up.
I just thought of this Royce bar when he was batting Lupe. He was like, Preem, her, and D'Angelo, Queen serving me cantaloupe.
Yo, man, that battle, dude. Yeah, it's oh, there we go. All right, I fixed it. Hey, I think we good. Yep, we are good. All right, sorry to keep y'all waiting, man. I'm, with these type of things, it got to be right. AJ understands what I mean, All right, saving.
Y'all have no
Update.
idea how busy this dude is right now doing his thing. I have no clue. He's
All right.
smiling. You see the records. He got the beanie. He chilling. Nah, this dude is looking like Dexter's Lab over there.
No lies told, man. So when someone says D'Angelo, right? Like, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Like, what are the first what song comes to mind? Like, what memory comes to mind for you?
Ooh, let me tear up already, man. When I hear D'Angelo, the first thing I think is funk. That's the first thing I think. Funk and soul. Like, if they could be one word, which is really black, you know what I'm saying? That would be what I feel, envision, and see. I also see him I see an image of him and Quest, like real small bands, trio, him, Quest, and like Pino Palladino, just expressing themselves, man. But mostly like black music, like he said he wanted to be referred as,
Yeah. I was just watching that interview where he said that recently. Yeah, man. Like, I was trying to, it's human nature to compare. So whenever we think of any artist, like, you try to think of what artists that came before them.
Yeah.
Like who are they? Like a mix of, right?
Yeah.
And so the three that come to mind for me, and then you let me know if there's overlap for you or if they're different. But the three artists that come to mind when I think of D'Angelo, I'm wearing purple today, so obviously Prince comes to mind.
Yeah.
But then it's also Marvin Gaye, and then the last one's Sly, right? Like Sly Stone for sure. It's like, it's like D'Angelo could give you funk, right? He could give you funk like Sly. He could give you R&B / soul like Marvin, whether it was like the love songs or it was like something that was like socially aware. But then like Prince, because Prince could do all those things too,
Yeah.
but like it felt different, you know what I mean, coming from like Marvin or somebody like a D'Angelo. But like a Prince, he give you like those ballads and stuff like that, hit the falsetto and you know what I mean, the
Yeah.
crazy layers of vocals and stuff, dope arrangements and stuff.
Without sacrificing the quality of his vocal. When he goes falsetto, it's the same
Yo,
quality.
yo,
Go ahead.
speaking facts, man. Yeah. So I just wanted to know, like, are those the artists that come to mind for you, or who else comes to mind when you think of who came before him? Because I feel like for my generation, that's what
Yeah.
I feel like he was like a part of that lineage, of course, right?
Honestly, yeah, I agree. Those would probably the three. He would probably agree with those three. I mean, I don't want to speak on half of him, but just for me being such a I don't know. He always spoke about those three. So, and he had a really spiritual relationship with Marvin, personally, because he felt like he had similar family situations, and he would basically talk about how he felt he was like almost haunted by this dude sometimes. Like literally, he felt like Marvin would like come into his room and tell him stuff. So
Wow.
that's so you saying that is very symbolic. But yeah, Marvin also too, for people who don't know, Marvin was the first in the mainstream of all music, especially black music, to actually stack his vocals by himself and put them on the song. So before that, we had like the Pips and like that, you know what I mean? Gladys Knight. We used to have like Ray Charles would have the people in the back, but like Marvin basically almost accidentally put himself in a position to innovate that the way of vocal stacking. And D'Angelo, you know, obviously, you know, Prince did it. A lot of people did it after that, but you know, that connects. I will only add these names to that, but the three are still the main ones, but like some sub ones under. I would say sub. That's funny. I would say
Hey.
Al Green a little bit.
Oh yeah.
From a vocal and like that little, I don't know how to do it, but that voice thing he does. Yeah. Al Green. I think he would kill an Al Green cover, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. We're gonna speak about D'Angelo and covers in a second too, bro.
Yeah. Al Green. From a vision, you know how you have like LeBron is like, they talk about his field of vision on the court, like not just the physicality or like the scoring, but what he sees. I think in terms of what he saw and the capability of the rhythm and everything, I'm gonna put Dilla in there as a I'm gonna put him in there just as a backbone type thing from the just the overall soundscape. And then I would add a little bit of Isley. From a texture standpoint.
Yeah, you know? I can see that. Yeah.
So that's all I think that's it for me.
Man.
You had it.
Yeah, man. Nah, for sure. I think I think you nailed it, man. And I would say to anybody listening, because you know, I know that I'm blessed to have the fan base that I have and the people who've supported us over the years and stuff. But what I love about talking with them is that we don't necessarily all have the same music taste. Like, you know, obviously my music kind of brings the folks together, but like when they share their recommendations of what they're listening to, like it's very diverse. And so I love conversations like this because I just don't automatically assume that all of them know these artists, right? Yeah. So I highly recommend, number one, if you're watching this right now, if you've never listened to D'Angelo or maybe heard him but didn't realize you heard him, definitely check out his music. And then like all of these people were listening, man. Sly and the Family Stone, Marvin Gaye, you know, Prince. Oh my God, like bro, to this day. Greatest concert I ever went to, Prince at Madison Square Garden with Shaka Khan and Graham Central Station, and then Prince had Dougie Fresh as his hype man. They literally did Lottie Dottie, bro. Like,
bro, with Prince up there,
Prince rapped every lyric, every Slick Rick lyric he rapped while Dougie was beatboxing. You know what I mean? He performed Beautiful Ones, Insatiable, like all at the piano, bro.
Oh no,
come on, Insatiable, bro.
Oh man,
yeah. So
the red button.
Yeah. Hey, so here another quick question for you. Yeah. I'll say mine, and then I would love to know your favorite D'Angelo live performance. Mine is, I wouldn't say it's his best, right? But it holds a special place because it connects my other favorite artist, which is Prince. But when he did Sometimes It Snows in April on
Oh
SNL
man, with the hat
paying
on, yeah.
paying tribute to Prince. And he also that night he did Really Love. Really Love is a amazing song.
Man, facts.
Same night. Whenever I think of that live version, I think of the light skinned chick who was doing backup and the Spanish part in the beginning, doing her little
Oh
weird
man.
little snap move.
Oh, listen. Yeah, she helped write some of the songs on Black Messiah, just to give her
Woo.
some credit. Yeah.
Oh man, do you know her name off top?
I forget her name off top.
Oh
It's
man,
been a while since he dropped, so I haven't like thought about it. But she's I'm gonna look at her right now. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna look at her right now.
yeah, for sure. Please, let's make sure we give her
Yeah, she
her
helped write
flowers.
for sure. Some of these.
Yeah, I gotta look that cover up, Steph. But once AJ gives the name, he's gonna share who which live performance by D'Angelo was his favorite, and then after that, we're gonna talk about D'Angelo and his covers.
Oh, you can't even see it probably. Kendra Foster. She's too light skinned for the
Kendra Foster, shit, washed out. Them
Yeah,
light skin struggles, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kendra
You
Foster.
know?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, when I give my answer, I'm gonna include some stuff about that, about her.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So your favorite live performance of D'Angelo,
Okay.
or by D'Angelo?
So I am biased in that when I was 17 years old, the day I graduated high school, like the literal day I graduated high school, my great grandmother on my mom's side passed away during my graduation party.
Wow.
And my girlfriend at the time was like, well, I walked out of the party because I'm like, all my family gathered, and then the news broke while we were all together, which is good, but it was also sad because like I'm like, I don't care about my graduation no more, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up walking away from the party, walked pretty far. And this is actually one of the first times that my dad, my biological father, and my father who raised me were in the same place. So I was elated in the beginning, like, yo, this is lit. And then I had to walk away, like people grilling and everything. And she followed me and she was like, hey, I hope this isn't too, uncanny for you, but I got you some like a surprise for graduation. I'm like, oh, what's that? She's like, yeah, I got us tickets to see like the Black Messiah tour. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, that kind of cured where I'm at for the most part. Let's go ahead and go over there.
Wow.
So that happened, and she told me she had chose between Snarky Puppy tickets and D'Angelo tickets, and she thought like, what would AJ want? And she got the D'Angelo tickets. I'm like, that's it. So we ended up seeing Black Messiah tour at the Norva, in Norfolk, Virginia, in 2015. I forget, it was in June of 2015. And I was in the very front. It's a standing, venue. So I was sitting in the very front. And the cool part about this is when D'Angelo, he was a little late, but it's fine. They were playing all Dilla beats the entire time we were waiting. Like, come on, bro. If you know me, like, come on.
Yeah.
They play. I'm talking like stuff from the earlier 2000s to like from the 90s, like underground, the street stuff he was doing. They was just playing all kinds of different tracks. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and they would weave it in with Donuts, and then go back to Welcome to Detroit, and then go back to Slum, and then go back to like Rough Draft. And I'm like, yo, and it was only me and one other guy that I knew all the beats. And I remember this white lady came out. She's like, wow, these guys are like really excited about these instrumentals. I'm like, listen, yes. So you seem kind of young. How old are you? 17. She's like, really? I'm like, listen, this is some real shit, right?
When you know.
Yeah, for real. So then he comes out and comes out with the Really Love, like the Kendra Foster comes out, and she's the one actually speaking Spanish. I don't know if she's speaking Spanish on the record version, but
I think it's someone else. I feel like I watched a documentary or a short mini doc about that song, and I feel like it's someone else, but you may be right.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
She ended up like coming out and doing that, and then I saw Isaiah Sharkley. I think it's Sharkey or Sharkley. But this dude, he's the guy that replaced Spanky Alford in D'Angelo's band. Spanky Alford played on For Moms on the Tribe album. You know
that? Wow, yeah.
That guitar.
Yeah.
So he was kind of recorded on Voodoo and Black Messiah, but then he passed it like before it happened.
Wow.
So basically Isaiah Sharkey came and replaced him and killed it. So I'm seeing that. Didn't get to see Pino Palladino himself, the bassist from Voodoo and Black Messiah, but his son came and replaced him, on some like Ren type stuff, like for real. Tall, like skinny white, just like Pino, had the same like, hitting the licks in the pocket, everything. You would think it was just Pino. Wow. And then and Questlove wasn't there, but Chris Dave, which is Chris Dave. Come on, like Chris Dave was playing drums. He had this big ass cymbal. Can I curse a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Had this spiral cymbal. I've never seen a cymbal that spiraled from the sky. I'd never seen that before.
That's
If you
insane.
look up Chris Davis drum kit, he has this big ass like spiral.
Yeah, where they like they cut it right so that it like it's almost like how like I don't know if you've ever seen me peel an orange, but like I peel oranges in a perfect spiral, right? Like it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah. It's yo, bro. Like to the point that when I worked at like summer youth programs, if there's a kid who can't peel an orange, I peel one orange for one kid. Everybody like, yo, how'd you do that? And the next thing you know, here come five kids. Like, yeah. But you were saying, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good. Hey, craftsman. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was the show was amazing. This dude, like, man, he played all of Black Messiah and most of Voodoo and all the stuff we really like from Brown Sugar as well. And bro, to this day I've seen like at least 100 concerts, something like that. And this dude still my number one. I actually have text messages from the day before he passed of me telling friends of mine, yeah, I just went to the Freddie Gibbs show. It was amazing. Yeah, I went to these shows. I went to the No Worries show. These were all great. My top one is still D'Angelo. This is before he passed this week.
Yeah.
And it's because the energy was there. It's my favorite music from my favorite artists. And this dude did like 6 encores.
That's crazy.
I'm talking like normally, you know, they walk out, they come back, do like one more. They might leave and do a second one if they feeling themselves. This dude, he did about 6 of them.
Wow.
And the final song, if I'm not mistaken, was the untitled "How Does It Feel" with just him and the grand piano. That was the final song.
Ooh.
And he had all of us singing, singing the chorus with him. And the crazy part is he did Another Life, which is we'll talk about that later. He did Another Life, came to the crowd, bro. And I have video evidence, but you can't see that it's me. But he comes down and daps everybody in the front up.
Right.
And then he walks back to the stage. I'm like, damn, I miss my dap. Like, I don't want to be thirsty and be like, come back. But like, I kind of want to dap.
D'Angelo, please.
Like, bro, he sees us and he's like, he comes back and gives the rest of us that. I'm like, oh my! I told the girl at the time, I was like, look, I said, I think I got some superpowers now. You better watch out.
Right.
So, in conclusion, that's my favorite show. Oh, last thing I'll say about the show.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of bands. They do a lot of improv stuff. Our band is pretty killer as well, by the way.
The Sun's Hues.
Some of those powers come through there. You know what I'm saying? But this dude did 45 hits in the band. Now, when I say a hit, let's say the band's playing like 1, 2, 3, kind of like Get On Up from James Brown. He did that 45 times, bro.
Wow.
He literally would tell us the number and then he would do it. He'd be like, all right, y'all, we're gonna go for 20. And like he would count. And then he came back. This is during Back to the Future. He mixed Chicken Grease and Back to the Future.
Oh my God. Both of those songs fire.
Bro. And in the same vibe too. So he mixed them and then he did 45 hits. I'm sitting there like, is he really gonna play 45 hits with the whole band right now?
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, top 1. That's it.
Yeah, that's a hell of a list, bro. All right, so man, listen. So thank you for sharing that. I got a couple. These are my, like, I never got to see him live, which is a huge regret for me. Especially considering how much I love his music. But I do have a couple of just like stories of how like his music, like in my life, you know what I mean? How his music has connected to my life personally, right? And professionally. And so one, of course, like, like the initial introduction and stuff, listening to him in high school and discovering it, like when his first album came out. Come on, Brown Sugar, man. Like such a great record. We'll clap it up for that. Like, man, like hearing that album, one, I love singers or like in other music, like songwriters in other music who like oftentimes had the cleverness that made me love rap so much, right? Like and so hearing Brown Sugar and immediately, thinking what most people thought, like, oh, he's just singing about a woman, until I hear certain parts of the song and I'm like, wait a minute. And then you realize, this whole song about weed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. So out the gate, I don't even smoke. And I'm like, man, I can appreciate this though. I've said to all my smoker friends, I definitely, and I've been told more than a few times that I have the type of music that I like makes people think I'm a smoker. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times.
Yeah, I would agree, and I've told you that.
Yeah, for sure. So just my early introduction to him. Of course, I was impressed. I love that first album. So many great um, songs on that first album. But one of the things I learned about him early, man, was when he does a cover. D'Angelo, I feel like, does covers maybe better than most people I've ever heard, bro. Because he's done a lot of covers, and I don't think people realize how many covers he's done.
Yeah.
But when you look at how many covers that he's done and released and how dope the shit is, man, like especially when you've gone and heard other people's covers of different songs and it's like almost never as good or better than the original. Yeah. And he's one of those dudes that, man, it's usually as good and occasionally better than the original.
Most cases.
Yo, and it's not a lot of artists that can say that, man, and and that just lets you know he's different. Because I'm a big Smokey Robinson fan. Obviously, I'm biased because my last name's Robinson, but Smokey Robinson, man, arguably has one of the greatest pens in soul music, right? In terms of his songwriting and his lyrics, he's always been really, really dope, man. You know, the song that people oftentimes reference when they talk about Smokey is "Tears of a Clown" in terms of his writing. But also, man, like Cruisin's a great song. Yeah. So when I see Cruisin' listed in the track, when I see the track list and I see Cruisin', I'm like, I'm young, but I already know immediately I go to Smokey like, oh, man, he about to do a cover of Smokey. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Hey, bro, I barely go back and listen to Smokey's version. And I love Smokey, fam.
Likewise.
I love Smokey Robinson, but that is one of the greatest cover songs ever. Steph, shout out to Steph because she was listing them in the comments as well, man. You know, in the chat as well. She was listening to some of the joints. She said that his cover of "Can't Hide Love" is ridiculous as well.
That's an underrated one. People don't even know about that one.
Yeah, like I didn't know. So like now, as soon as we get off, that's the first thing I'm gonna be looking for. But yeah, man, and then obviously "Feel Like Making Love." That cover is really fire too.
People don't know that's a cover. A lot of people.
Yo, hey, bro, so many people don't, and because it feels. I think that "Feel Like Making Love." Like if you heard the music come on and you were somewhere like the original, you would know it. Like a lot of people know it, but just off the music alone, some people will recognize it. But his version feels so different. And that's why I think so many of his covers like work so well is because he makes it his own. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to imitate exactly what they did, you know? Yeah. But what's your favorite D'Angelo cover?
My favorite D'Angelo cover. Oh, you know what? I got it. This is gonna be some good. I got two of them. These are gonna be good. So these are some underground stuff. So on the D'Angelo Voodoo outtakes, now they haven't been officially released yet, but they're out there. D'Angelo Voodoo outtakes. He does "Ex Girl to Next Girl" from Gangstar.
Wow. Wow.
Him, Quest, and Pino, just the three of them chilling. The same setup that created Voodoo. They just had outtakes from it, recorded on cassette. And then the other one, my absolute, like in terms of covering a song and doing it justice, yo, Funky Drummer.
Wow. Hey, bro, I need you to send me both of these.
Bro, I will. This dude, God, he did everything. I'm talking, and Questlove, like perfect.
Wow.
To this day, as a drummer, I've never seen someone. I looked up covers one time with one of my students to prove to them that no one touched Quest in terms of like hitting that Clyde pocket. No one else on YouTube. All they got HD cameras and they subscribe. Nobody was touching that one outtake of Questlove playing that lick.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. No, that's I'm gonna need you to send me both those joints.
Yeah, let me do it right now. Actually.
Yeah. So now, another story, or another thing I think of, like when I think of D'Angelo's music, is how I got my copy of the Voodoo album. I can't remember if I told you this, but I was in Japan, I believe. I can't remember. What was it? What year was this? Because Voodoo came out 2000, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm recording the first album.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, so I'm out in Japan recording my first album. Voodoo comes out, and shout out to Nujabes for hooking me up with a little boombox that I had in my hotel room so I could listen to music and obviously write to the music for the album too.
Yeah.
And but yo, I'm hanging out with I like memory. If memory serves me, I'm hanging out with Verbal. And I think Verbal, also, for those who don't know, that's L Universe. Him and I did the song "Lyrical Terrorist."
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he goes by Verbal, like when as a part of the group M Flow. That's how most people know him. Megastar in Japan, like globally, people know who this dude is. Anyway, he had copies of the Voodoo album because he was like, I feel like he said he was writing a review or doing something where he got a few promo copies of it. So he asked me if I wanted one, and I hit him with the "Is a pig pork? Of course I want one," you know. So he hooks me up with a copy, and man, bro, like I'm playing this record like pretty much every day when I'm not working on music for the album, and dude, like, of course, man, there's so many great songs on that album. So many great songs on that album.
Bro.
Like, I mean, probably the joint I've played the most is Spanish joint. I've probably played that more than any. And shout out to Nitsua, because when I did the show out in LA with Mark, yo, bro, when him and his band hit Spanish joint, I came running from backstage to the side of the stage, bro, because that's one of my favorite joints. But I mean, it's so many great songs on that record. But fun fact for those who don't know, everybody who's a fan of the song Think Different, I literally the song The Line, that the day he passed, like, you know, I put that in my Instagram joint. The reason why I put it there is because literally the beat to The Line, like I wrote Think Different to that. You know what I mean?
Wait, talking about the Spanish joint?
No, not the Spanish joint. His song The Line. Yeah. Because it's like you hear that beat and instantly I'm like, man, Dilla, you feel his fingerprints, right? Like,
yeah. That snare choice was, I don't know how Quest got the snare to sound like an NPC snare.
Yo, yeah. Hey, peace, Steph. Good seeing you here. Also, shout out to my sister Stacy. Shout out to the missus. Shout out to everyone watching. But yeah, man, that particular joint initially was one of my favorites, but it was more so because, like, you know, we're at this time where like we're really hearing Dilla's influence, like in like soul music and modern soul, neo soul music, right?
Real time.
Yeah, in real time. And so hearing that joint on the same album that has a Premier produced track on it, on the same album that has Red and Meth, two of my favorite rappers on it, like, but then like this whole record like is clearly hip hop influence, but undoubtedly like soul music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was, yeah, bro, it's like gumbo. Like it was just a little bit of everything, but it's such a great record. But for those who don't know, if that album doesn't come out, right, you probably would have never got Think Different. I did not write Think Different to Nujabes's track. I wrote it to The Line. I didn't even write it until I was done working on the first album in Japan, and then I went home, and then like within a couple months of being home, I literally had that beat on loop. I like ran it in my computer, looped it up, and then wrote Think Different to that. And then Nujabes sent me some beats, and I'm like, yo, this works to that. You know what I mean?
Mr. Robinson, I have an idea.
Okay. Oh, you saying that we should do a rendition?
You should tell the story at the next show, and then we're gonna play The Line. And maybe. Well, I'm not saying we have to, but if it works, we're gonna play The Line, and then go into the real Think Different and kind of show so the fans can see.
That's dope.
I mean, so they can see your journey writing the song. That's crazy. If I was just like watching the concert and I heard that and somebody told me that, and you never know who's a D'Angelo fan in there.
Yeah.
Even crazier.
Yeah. Hey, but real quick, just want to thank Final Watcher, and I believe someone else donated before that, and I forgot to acknowledge them. Thank you so much to Samurai Green Beast, who also said that Slum Village Tell Me featuring D'Angelo is soup for the soul. No lies detected. No lies detected, sir. Yeah. But yo, man, thank y'all so much. Let's do this. So yeah, so because we were able to reach our goal for today, we will play some AJ exclusive, some instrumentals that he sent me in a bit. You know what I mean?
I want to say one thing too about D'Angelo with the style, the gumbo thing.
Yeah.
I forgot probably the most important part of what his sound is. Gospel quartet. My bad, yo. My bad. I grew up in that environment too. And sometimes we get so, the church folks call it being in the world. That's what they call other genres of music, the world. but yeah, quartet is the first core of what he was doing. Just so y'all know. Yeah.
Man. Yo, it's funny, man. Shout out to people who grew up playing in the church, because I don't think I've ever been a part of a band that didn't have at least 1 to 2 members. I feel like it was always at least 2. Who played in the church too, man. That's why whenever we rehearse, it's always late Sunday, because I know we ain't practicing on a Sunday morning ever. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna be missing.
We got about 3 of them this time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, man. Which, like, you bringing up the gospel quartet thing makes me think of this is D'Angelo adjacent, but not a D'Angelo story. But recently, on the Instagram account, I Still Love Her. She shared the video of Faith Evans talking about how she used to date Redman, because Redman. She dated Redman in 9th grade because his sister, Roz Noble, is best friend. Shout out to Roz, man. Roz was super dope. She could rap really well too. But yeah, she was saying that she used to date Redman in 9th grade, and at that time, he actually was the drummer at church. He drummed for us. Did not know that, bro.
I knew that about Busta, but I didn't know that about Redman.
Yeah, and what's crazy too, man, is if you ever listen to Red play around with singing on his tracks, you can hear it, bro. You can hear it. Like, that dude is a soulful dude, man. Like, him and Bus got really great voices in general, but whenever they play with singing, bro, whenever they play around with singing, it sounds a lot doper than you would expect. And it's like, but when you learn that they got that church background, it's like, yo, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense, man.
Hey, shout out to my boy Ramel, man. That's the guy who said it.
Hey, peace. What up, Ramel? Welcome to the family, man. We got a good bunch of folks over here, man. I hope you're having a good time with our community over here. We do this every Friday at noon, and everybody watching, if you haven't already subscribed to AJ's YouTube channel, make sure you do that. If you watch the replay, I'll make sure I put I forgot to add follow links for you, so I'll make sure I do that. And I can add you as, YouTube also allows us to do collaboration videos now too.
Like post stream?
Yeah, post stream. So I can add this, so this way it shows up in your collaborator section, so
cool.
we'll do that after.
Stan's always looking out, y'all.
Man, listen, if we don't take care of family, who will? You know what I mean? What was the other so my last D'Angelo story, and then I'm gonna get to this playlist that I started putting together. You know what I mean? We're gonna put that up on the screen and talk about some of those. So when Rochelle and I got married, right? For anybody who's ever heard the story of our wedding was one for the ages, and this is pre-camera phones. And like we had one family member who tried to film a little bit of it, but he was a child. They gave the child the video camera. Yeah, there was nothing keepable in that footage. But anyway, the song. So for those who don't know the story of the wedding, Kool Herc, hip hop pioneer, father of hip hop. Kool Herc was literally the DJ at my wedding, right?
Really father of hip hop. Just for those who don't know.
Yeah. That ain't for the passive hip hop fan. If you know the history of hip hop, Kool Herc's considered like the father of hip hop. So and so anyway, we gave him, of course, certain joints we wanted to hear and all of that. But literally the song that my wife and I danced to when we got married is Nothing Even Matters. You know what I mean? By D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill on Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. And we were playing that record this morning, man. Dude, just so much good music that brother was responsible for, or participated in, bro? Like what song of his like maybe holds like the best memory for you?
What song holds the best memory for me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that so? That feels like an adjacent question to my favorite song,
Okay.
but memory is very specific. You answer yours first if you have one, and let me think of that because I got
Uh,
so many memories. Yeah.
I already did by
Oh,
leading it
oh,
up with a story.
okay. I thought my bad.
Yeah.
Like another, okay. For me, if I had to choose one, I would say Another Life.
Woo. Yo, that
Um,
song, son.
yeah, I would say between that and The Roots,
And
and
another life.
as a like another one I would put send it on. But I'm gonna stick with The Root and Another Life as my two favorites in general.
Yeah.
From him. And oh, you know what? Memory. You know what? Let's go Memory. My
Okay.
mom. Shout out to my mother. My mom. So us being Virginian, church
Mm-hmm.
folks from the South, we
Mm-hmm.
love D'Angelo. And when I
Of
was a
course.
kid, I've always wanted to tell the story. Now I have a reason to. We would, sometimes we were riding around with one of your parents or whatever. There's always like a moment where you get to the destination and the song is turning off, or you have to turn the song off in the middle of a bridge or something.
Mm-hmm.
So normally we will just leave, we will sing the rest of it, or we just like stop the car and go inside. We had this little inside thing between us where if Lady played, no matter where we were, we could have been to something. We could have been to court. I don't care. Not that we had to go to court, but anywhere we had to go, right? Just hyperbole. But if we had to go somewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
We would always play the entire of Lady. This is like the entirety of Lady.
Now the album version or the radio version? Because the album version almost 6 minutes long.
Yeah. If I had my phone on, we would do it that way. But growing up, I didn't have like that kind of thing, and we didn't have the CD for it.
Okay.
She had the CDs for like Usher and I was like other people. But when Lady played on the radio version, we would always because most of the time we would park when the piano solo would happen. Before it comes back and does the final chorus, we would always sit and play the whole song. So that's one story for me.
That's crazy. Yo, so I got a story to piggyback off that. So Lady, the extended version, I feel like I mentioned this to you recently.
Yeah.
But like the extended version of that, I actually wrote like a verse like over the piano solo, like where it starts with the bass, because yeah. So Raphael Sadiq, doom 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 doom, right? When that starts, like I had this whole verse over that, and I remember doing that because before that, I remember playing songs I was working on for people, and some people liking what I was doing. But I remember when I did that, that was the first time. Obviously, Lady's a huge song, but also I just remember that was the first time everybody I played the thing for, everybody was like, yo, that's hard, or that's dope, or whatever version of that.
I need to hear that.
Yeah, bro, I wish I still had it. I'm pretty
you don't
sure.
have a verse?
Nah, like I may, if I keep looking through old rhymes, because I don't know if I told you this, I recently found
another book.
I recently found the original verse that I wrote for Ordinary Joe, like the remix that I was trying to get Nugent Best to do, but he was like, nah, you're rapping over my solo. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. But yeah, I recently found that rhyme in that old rhyme book. So that rhyme book's over 20 years old, but I found some that are from like the late 90s. But this would have to be like mid 90s, and I don't know if I got any of my rhyme books from that far back. Hey, but
music lore for y'all for Stan real quick. This dude's favorite track from Modal Soul and his favorite track from Voodoo both have a similar spirit to them. Just I don't know if you thought about that yet.
Yeah,
those songs both have that kind of like upper tempo with the extra like percussive drums in there. Like you have a taste. That's what I want y'all to know, that your man's is out here being diverse with it.
Oh yeah, man. I like, for those who don't know, like I love to dance, right? Like I don't dance as much as I used to, but before I wanted to rap, like I wanted to dance. And I mean, when I say I wanted to dance, like I had a reputation in my neighborhood for being like one of the best dancers in my neighborhood. And like I literally like got injured before a girl's party, and she saw me and she was like, yo, so you're not gonna be able to come to my party? She's instantly thinking about me dancing at her party when she sees me and knows that because I'm injured I can't dance at her party.
Man.
And like and I was a part of like it was me and this other dude, like we would come up with dance routines and all of that and was trying to compete, and like, yo, yeah, that was a whole thing. So so for me, like, though, the reason why I love those songs, you know, I love songs that are around that tempo, especially when it's like layered and has changes and goes different places.
Yeah.
Because house music, just like hip hop, it makes you move. It's a force, right? But they have a tendency to both just kind of, they find the groove, they find that pocket, and they lock in and stay there. Yeah. But when you find those joints that do that, and then they take you different places, the lyrics change up, or like it's more thought out. I'm not saying there's no thought that goes into the other songs I'm talking about. It's just like, you know what I mean in terms of arrangement. It feels bigger. It feels like a moment in time. And yeah, so I love tracks like that. That's why it was so exciting hearing Nujabes play around with that. Especially when you know the original song, and the original song is very beautiful, but this was very much its own thing. Like, this is one of those moments where I was like, yo, I feel guilty for liking my boy's cover a little more than the original song. And then D'Angelo's Spanish joint, like, come on, bro. That joint.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, you good.
I was gonna say, you know, the first song, D'Angelo song that I ever had a student of mine perform at a recital was his Spanish joint. He played drums.
That's crazy.
So I'm about to send you that later, but it's funny you say that, because I felt that was the best one to teach on drums because of the rhythm.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's a great track. So, yo, what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna switch the screen up real quick, and I'm gonna put this playlist up here that I started crafting, because two tracks in particular that are on here. Well, no, one track in particular I'm gonna speak on, but there's one that I want to put on here, but it's not available on Spotify, so I can't. But hold on, let's load this up, man. See what you think. I know you got some joints you probably add in, but I'm just showing you my initial joint. All right, so it's called Favorite Joints from D'Angelo. All right, let's load this up on the screen. Oh, I gotta take that one down. We're gonna make us smaller for a sec. All right, bro. So here we go. So I'm gonna share this playlist in the chat, so y'all can check it out too. For those of you who don't know his music, you know,
Mr. Loverman over here with the first 3 tracks.
Oh man, you know. Hey, listen, I can't even tell you what my wife said when we were talking about D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure if you know D'Angelo's music and the vibe of those first songs, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, but anyway, but yeah, y'all can check out that playlist on Spotify. And for those of you who don't have Spotify, feel free to recreate that on another platform, you know what I mean, and share it out. But yeah, so those first joints, you know, we doing the love joint. We got Untitled, which we were talking about in the chat earlier. Nothing Even Matters, which I mentioned before. Send It On. So fun fact, for the folks here who are Nujabes fans, that was Nujabes' favorite song from Voodoo. You know what I mean? When we talked about the album, I told him which joint I was vibing to at the moment, and he was like, Send It On is my favorite, you know? And I was like, that checks out. Yeah, you know, it's a beautiful record. And you see I got Another Life on there, you know, which is great. Cruising, which we talked about. Yeah. Spanish joint, you know, yo, Betray My Heart, man.
Yo, that's one of my favorites too, bro.
Yo, that joint is crazy too.
That bridge.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a fire track, man. It's a fire track.
Fun fact about Betray My Heart.
Yes.
That song is presented as a love song to a person. But he's actually singing about Yahshua Christ, basically. That song is about, you know, for his view, like Christ telling his people, I will never betray my heart for y'all. So that's I would just say, I don't know if y'all don't know that part.
And it's important to remember that the album's called Black Messiah. You know what I mean? So that you know, it's dope. It's dope. And so another joint, we got All Right, another great like old school D'Angelo joint.
Yeah.
I found my smile again, radio edit, dope
Oh,
track. Yeah,
I
man.
got a video of this dude. I think it's in China to dance to the song. You gotta look at my story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good track.
Check it out. I gotta check it out. And then we got of course was it got the Root up in there, another great joint.
Yeah. Top.
So yeah, we gotta get some Dilla in there. So far to go.
Oh,
Dilla, him and Common.
my favorite pianos or keyboard solo, the piano of all time for y'all who like my music that are in here. Listen, I'm thinking of like just learning that and just to learn it. I never wanted to learn it because I didn't want to touch that, but like nah, that solo.
Yeah.
Favorite. People don't realize how fire he is at each instrument he plays. It's not like he's just D'Angelo, the singer that can play. Each thing he's at, he can touch, he can like match or top a lot of the top people of those instruments as well, individually.
Yeah. That's part of what I loved about Prince so much as well, man, which made it easy to love D'Angelo because same thing, bro. Like Prince got probably one of the greatest like guitar solos all time at the live joint where it was like
Was it the show where people was,
guitar
okay.
that classic rock joint. Yeah. So he was up there performing with them and then does this solo that is like one for the ages, bro. It's
where they was kind of shitting on him about they didn't give him like a certain top. He didn't get put on the top guitars all time list, and he was like kind of feeling petty about it. So he went up and played better than everybody that got on the.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Hey, yo, clap it up real quick. We spoke Nitsuwa up. I literally was just shouting you out, bro. Good to see you up in here, man.
Yeah, what's up, Nitsuwa? Also, shout out Too High too. We're from the same place. He's a producer doing a lot of big things in the hometowns. So shout out to you, bro.
Man, peace to Too High as well, man. Welcome. Substantials, man. Hey, Rodrigo, man. Thank you for the love, family. I'm gonna add just master the ceremony to the end of that to make me feel more comfortable. But going back to the list, man. Yeah, Me and Those Dreamy Eyes of Mine, of course, a great record.
Did you hear that Dilla remix of that?
Come on, bro. Stop playing with me.
Bro, yo, Shoes told me.
Stop playing with me.
Bro, DJ House Shoes actually pressed that release first on I don't even think it was like a label at the time. He pressed it on a green vinyl, and yo, Dilla killed that joint.
Yeah. I don't know if that version is on streaming.
It's not on streaming. It's only on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. Of course, Really Love is an amazing track.
Yeah.
I already told you my feelings about The Line.
Yeah.
Jones in My Bones is another dope joint. This right here, though, man, Unshaken. How many of y'all know about Unshaken?
The gamers.
The gamers should know about Unshaken. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for those who don't know, what's it? Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah. So like that song's from the game. Shout out to Rockstar Games who recently gave Dilla a rest in peace shout out, and also IGN as well was shouting him out because of his contribution to that joint, man.
Do y'all know how that song came? Do you know how that song came about?
I don't. Tell the story. That's why you here.
I'm gonna keep it brief. Try to, but basically, the dude, he was actually a fan of the series before. They didn't ask him to do a song. This dude was playing the game so much, he went to the headquarters of where the game was being created, and he played an early version of Red Redemption 2, and he liked it so much he stayed there for hours and almost beat the whole game, and asked them if he could make a song for the game.
That's crazy.
So he was a real nerd, man.
Yeah, man, Hire's fire too. We definitely getting there. I believe it's on the list too. Yeah, man. But yeah, Back to the Future Part 1 on Black Messiah. I love that joint. Yeah. Shout out to when like him and Raphael Sadiq did Be Here.
Oh yeah. That video is fire.
Yeah, it is, man. Of course, Lady, one of his biggest records and stuff. Then man, he put two of my favorite rappers on the same track, and I just had the single Thug tier, you know what I mean, left and right. That's a classic joint. Then this one here, man, Till It's Done, Tutu. That one. Woo.
Oh, that's in my top 3 from Black Messiah.
Yeah, bro, it's definitely one of my favorites on there.
That outro, those chord changes for the music heads, like the instrumental heads, though, bro. At the end, every single measure had a different chord for the entire fade out. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. What else we got? We got when we get by, yo, that joint, another joint played the hell out. I mean, bro, anytime he kind of really get into his church bag, yeah, bro. One More Again, love that joint.
One of the best breakup songs ever.
Man, come on, bro. And then Tell Me, which shout out to one of the fans who just mentioned that. Of course, I had to add that in there. Brown Sugar, without a doubt. We talked about Feel Like Making Love, how it's one of the greatest like remakes. This one, Heaven Must Be Like This, a great joint, cover joint. Smooth from the first album. Now look, this one had me mad, right? The Hypnotic, because the Hypnotic on the Roots Philadelphia Half-Life album is dope. However, the Notic, the remix of that joint, it's probably the more, to quote my man Marcus J. Morris, the more palatable one, right? It's the one that is like, the beat is maybe a little more like, I don't even want to say it feels more mainstream because, it feels like a more Roots mainstream type of track. Yeah. But one, you got D'Angelo singing the hook, and the hook is literally D'Angelo singing Shining Star. So we got D'Angelo singing The Elements with Erykah Badu singing background vocals on that joint. Woo. Come on, bro. Like, it's just, and then Black Thought, top 5 Dead or Alive, rapping his ass off. And so it's you can't listen to it on Spotify for whatever reason right now. It's for those who don't know, that was actually on the Men in Black soundtrack. Shout out to Will Smith for always looking out for his Philly dudes, man. Yeah. Always being a Roots supporter and stuff and putting them on the soundtrack. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Biz Markie, man. But that joint, the Notic with D'Angelo, both versions, but in particular the Notic, the one that's just called the Notic. You can look that up on YouTube. Super dope. Yeah, man. Then Devil's Pie, DJ Premier. Didn't have that on the bingo card, which we all should have, because we know that he works with a ton of hip hop folks. But it just was so different than anything we heard from him before. Higher, which was mentioned. The
Premier joint was originally for Cannabis, by the way.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
And D'Angelo snagged that jump.
Yeah, man. I can hear the voice all over it. Yeah, man. And then that Believe joint from Q-Tip's Renaissance album. Crazy. Yeah. Now, hold up. I got to move this one next to this one. So now we got the T. Hodge joint with Rhapsody and D'Angelo with Jizza, which is crazy, rapping over the original Liquid Sword sample that RZA flipped. But Cold War RZA mix. Hey, bro, if you know, you know.
I don't.
Listen. So, hey, first, hold up. Happy Mochi, thank you so much. I will definitely add this playlist to the Discord when this is done. But let me tell y'all something. I love Jizza. Jizza is probably top 3 Wu-Tang members for me. He's actually lyrically might be my favorite. And it's just because he's dope in a way that isn't flashy. Like he's a writer's writer. So you got to sit with his stuff, man. Like it's so visual, you know what I mean? Like, Nas and him are from similar eras. So like he's Wu-Tang's Nas, but like if Raekwon rap like Jizza, you know what I mean? Then that combination would be like Wu-Tang's perfect Nas, right? Like a perfect version of Nas. But like Jizza is just, his pen's crazy. But when I first heard the song Cold World, pardon me, I immediately was like, damn, this song is fire. But man, like the girl singing the hook, or the guy singing the original hook, my bad. The man singing the original hook, he's a little flat, right? Like it's not perfect, like his delivery of the chorus. But the chorus is catchy enough. And on top of that, you can hear like the Stevie Wonder influence and all of that in what the original singer was going for. So fam, one day I come home and I turned on 1580. Shout out to the radio station that I was paying tribute to on the song 1580.
Yeah.
I listened to 1580 and they play this mix, bro. And like, yo, and you hear D'Angelo out the gate singing the original chorus, and I'm like, yo, y'all did it. It's like they knew. It was like, yo, we gotta. People love this song, but we know this could be better. All right, we gonna holler at one of the best to do it and get him to do the hook.
Bruh.
And he just came in and smashed it, bro. And then you got like Inspector Deck on the joint too. Come on, bro. Like, yeah, it was just crazy. Of course, you got to add shit damn motherfucker to the joint, you know, just to shock a few folk.
Yeah. By the way, that song made a few legends walk out of the concert when he, like, a lot of the people that D'Angelo was trying to pay homage to and get sort of like pass the torch from.
Yeah,
they would see that title and they just did not rock with it. Like, he literally, like, Prince didn't rock with the name. Ron Carter, legendary jazz bassist, was at one of the Soultronic shows for Voodoo Tour. As soon as that song came on, they literally left and came back when the song was over. People did not like that title.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And thank you, Happy Mochi. Thank you, Aria. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. So look, we're almost at the end of this playlist, and then we gonna get to these joints that AJ sent over. What was it? I'll Stay with the RH Factor. D'Angelo did a cover of the classic song. Crazy, just one of the many dope covers that D'Angelo did. Chicken Grease from Voodoo, another dope joint. Your Precious Love from the High School High soundtrack, which had a lot of dope music on it, man. That High School High soundtrack was... Huh?
I'm not hip to that.
Oh man, you got to look up that soundtrack. There's a lot, like Wu-Tang's Wu Wear song from back in the day. It's what you want, baby. It's what you need. It's from that soundtrack. Yeah. Queen Bee from Lil Kim is from that soundtrack. This joint, Your Precious Love, this cover by D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, is from that soundtrack as well. And then going back to another dope soundtrack that I mentioned before, the Men in Black soundtrack that had the Nautic on it. Obviously, it had Will Smith's mega smash hit Men in Black, but it also had the first Destiny's Child song that I ever heard called Killing Time, which was actually written by Dwayne Wiggins. So it sounds like a Tony joint, but sung by Destiny's Child. So before they ever dropped anything, that was the first song I heard. And I was like, hey, bro, if this is what they do, sign me up. And then they came out and they was doing stuff that was very far from that. But it's a dope record too. So yeah, highly recommend you check that out. And then of course you got the Lady Just the Beat remix joint with AZ and DJ Premier, which was crazy. Africa, oh my God, that song, yo. And then last but not least on my playlist, You Will Know.
Oh yeah, they don't even know that he was part of that one.
Come on, bro. It's a beautiful record. The who's who of R&B at the time, all over that track. Yeah. Legends on that joint. Brian McKnight, Gerald Levert, and that was also a great soundtrack song. That was from the Jason's Lyric soundtrack. For those who don't know. Yeah, man. What was it? Ramel said Africa is his personal favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a great joint.
That's the only song on Voodoo where Questlove actually turned the snares of his snare drum off. That's why the snare doesn't sound like it sounds like a doop. When you turn the snare off, it'll sound like how Africa's snare drum sounds.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Hey man, thank y'all for sticking with us while we paid tribute and showed love to like one of the greatest to ever do it, D'Angelo. Definitely a round of applause again for him, and you know, condolences to his family, condolences to the fans, man. Like obviously, you know, a lot of us, most of us did not know him personally, but he clearly impacted a ton of people's lives, careers, and all of that with his amazing music, man. And shout out to all the kids out, all the young men out here with the name D'Angelo, who moms was clearly a fan. You know what I mean? You know, the funniest. Last thing I'll say, just to make it a little lighter, funniest story I saw online was from the homie Pismo. Shout out to Pismo, dope artist as well, dope singer, songwriter, and rapper. But Pismo said that back in the day, he went to a concert with his girl, and he had to step away to go to the bathroom, and D'Angelo's manager comes over to her and then slips her a piece of paper with like D'Angelo's contact info, and then later on, what you call Pismo couldn't find his girl.
Oh man.
And he
No.
was like, yo, he's like, couldn't even be mad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that dude, man, like, yeah, D'Angelo was something special to say the least, man. And you know, definitely gonna miss the music and you know, and his presence in our lives, you know. But at least we have you know, his amazing work that he's left with us, you know.
100%. I'm in my lore drop with something to inspire anyone that's learning instruments or afraid to start to learn any type of craft or instrument. D'Angelo wasn't someone that could read sheet music, along with Prince as well. A few people, Pino Palladino, all these people couldn't read. Right? When now obviously he's extremely talented from the beginning, but he actually tried to go to audition for, or not audition, but get lessons from the VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. He tried to get lessons for jazz piano from Wynton Marsalis, if you know the trumpet player, popular trumpet player, Wynton Marsalis. His father was actually the jazz professor at the time at VCU when D'Angelo was young.
Crazy.
And he auditioned for him, and his dad was like, "Yo, you don't know you can't explain to me what you're doing, but you already are at the highest point of what I could teach you. So you kind of don't need to come here."
Wow.
So I wanted to drop some lore that like him just feeling it out and trying out different things. Like you can, and obviously his talent it's going to be hard to compare that, but you definitely can get very far with just your ear. Like, don't think that if you can't read, there's no way, or if you can't understand the theory. If you have your ear, you trust it, you listen to your favorite songs, like you can get to a very high, good place from that. So
yeah, man, I couldn't agree more, man. Well said. A couple things. Shout out to VCU, one of the many schools Serenity has applied to, but also, man, you know, that whole listening to your ear thing. When I think of James Brown, right? Like that's another good example of someone that was like he was more worried about the feel, you know, than he was like if they were playing it right. You know what I mean? He was like, but does it feel good? Right? And that's I mean, yo, like, and I've seen instances of I think I remember Raphael Sadiq saying something similar to like what's her name? I forgot how you say it. Andra Day, or I can't remember how you say her first name. But a singer he worked with, and he basically sent her this beat where he was like, "Yo, this part of the beat is it doesn't go the way you would expect it to go, but trust me, just it feels right. So just stick with that and build off of that, you know." Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. So on that note, so you sent me music, correct?
Yes, I did.
All right. And so shout out to everybody for helping us reach our goal today. Also, thank you for sending me those links too, bro. I'll check those out immediately after the show.
Likewise.
All right. So family, we got a folder of beats that was just sent over via AJ, right? And so we're going to play those live, but before I play the ones he sent just now, I'm going to dig up one from before, and we're going to see if that one's still available. So I can throw that into the mix as tribute, right? Let's see. Let's type in AJ, see what come up. View. Yeah, it was a slow like jazz joint. You sent me a really really slow down tempo joint. You sent me a minute ago. I can't remember the name off top, but I'm trying to. I think it should be. Hold up. I feel like I'm in the vicinity. Yeah, I got so many audio files on this joint. Yes, it's called Flask 3325. Does that have a home yet?
It does not have a. Well, it has a. Well, I mean, when it comes to artists being on it, I always don't mind having like a beat and then them having the song. So It doesn't have a home that you wouldn't be able to.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and create this poll for them to vote. So for those who don't know what we're about to do right now, let me go ahead and switch the little card under us. All right, and shout out to all of you sticking around, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us today, and don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. All right. Where am I at? Right here, media assets, banners, boom. All right, so it's time for pick a beat, and the beats are gonna be like this. It says pick which beat from AJ. From me. Which beat? Okay. All right, cool. Got that. So we're just gonna call the first one Flask.
Yeah.
And then the others, let me bring these names up again. Got Frames.
Frames, yeah.
And then we got Neither. And then we got Route to Eternity.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. I hope you're strapped in. You know what I mean? Because it's about to go down. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will, when we play those beats, I will put the name of it up on the screen too, so it's easy to remember which one's which. And all of that good stuff. All right, let's see. All right. AJ's watching. All right, here we go. So let's start with the first one. All right, let's start with Flask. And AJ, just do me a favor. You let me know if it's coming through. Let me make sure everything's connected. All right, so we're gonna do a quick sound check.
And also, warning for Frames. That one I wasn't able to mix the way I mixed the other ones because I took the draft out and then that hard drive is shot. So that what you have right there is what is left of it.
What it's going to be.
I just like it that much that I still sent it. So just be careful. It might be a little louder than others.
I respect it. I respect it. Someone already voted Route to Eternity. I'm like, we ain't even start yet.
Oh, because of the name?
Right. It was like that name. That's a win. All right. Here we go. All right. So let's make sure this is coming through.
Pick a beat.
You hearing it?
I'm in it right now. I don't know how loud it's supposed to be, but I can hear it.
Okay, I can turn it up.
Yeah.
That's good.
Y'all let us know too about the stream.
All right. And just to give you a heads up, AJ, I got to switch my headphones into a different joint so I can hear the beat. So anything you want to tell me, just tell me via the private chat. All right? All right. Yeah.
Maybe a tad bit louder.
Remember, I can't, you got to tell me in the chat while the beat's playing. And I'm going to put the name of the beat on the screen. This is Flask. All right, you can vote in the chat. All right. Also, in the chat, let us know how the music's coming through. Let us know if it's too low or too loud.
that's my homie Jordan who you spoke to.
Someone said, "Let me hear a freestyle."
That's
I could kick a freestyle in the meanwhile, but the beat's about to end, my friend. So why would I begin to get you all sensitive and in your feelings, but never know what we reveal? Hold up, see the beat's done. So that was once again Flash from AJ Rios. All right.
Thank you. I hope y'all can hear me.
These beats are really good.
Thank you so much.
AJ, remember I can't hear you because I'm playing the music.
But can they hear me?
They can hear you though. All right, cool. Yeah, they can hear you.
Namu Wonderling, thank you so much. And Joshua, thank you. And Jordan, you stupid. All
right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn you up. Say something real quick.
Real quick.
All right, yeah. So I don't know if you can hear yourself, but I can hear you if I keep it right there.
Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Hopefully it's not echoing too bad. So where is that bag at when you made the sheesh?
Man, to be honest, I sampled someone that I'm a fan of that I actually ended up knowing in real life later. I haven't told him about it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna tell him about it because I was just watching one of his concerts on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, I want to flip the concert, so I just flipped the concert. Yeah,
that's dope.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to Mama Nash, Mama AJ. All right, this needs to be on Winter Breaks 3. Hint. So, I mean, the Winter Break series is technically my series with Marcus. So maybe I'll do. It's funny. I recently did something with Wayna and Roddy Rod, who's a dope producer too. That I posted the live performance of that on the YouTube channel. So if I did another like series that's kind of in line with that, but with other producers, then possibly maybe, but it might need to be called something else. You know what I mean? Let's hear that next beat. That's what's up, man. All right, so let's cue this joint up. All right, so next we got, we're about to play Frames. All right, so here we go.
No samples on this one.
For the record, too, this is my first time hearing this beat.
No samples.
Yeah, giant fire, bro.
Thanks, sir.
Chat going crazy.
Oh, for real? Hey.
Yeah, that's
I lost the file forever, but I mean we got some hard eyes.
Yeah, bro. It's dope. Right. Okay, AJ. Okay, we'll clap it up for that one too. Okay.
I like that beat a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, they call that a substantial type
this is for sure a substantial type beat.
Hey.
If there was ever a substantial type beat section on YouTube, that's the blueprint apparently. Okay. All right.
The homies liking Frames. Okay.
Okay. Let's see what we got next. All right. Next up, let me get the banner ready.
Oh, are we gonna go? Do we have to go in the order that you said?
I mean, that's how I got it in
Go, go in order.
the yeah, just so it don't confuse it.
You got it.
So next up is neither. Okay.
This one's fairly recent, the most recent of all of them.
Dope. All right, here we go.
No samples. Razzle dazzle coming up.
Crazy, bro. Get ready to cut this joint so we can get to this last one. Woo. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was Frames. I mean, pardon me. Hold on. Was that? No, that was Neither.
Yeah.
My bad. That was Neither.
It's called Neither. Not, he's not saying neither. It's called Neither.
It's called Neither. There we go. So there's no mistaking. I should have put the beat in front of it, like in the poll. It's like, I don't want none of these beats, son.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have called it Neither.
All right, so last beat, which is in the lead, and it hasn't even been played yet.
In the lead without being, you know what?
Yeah, bro, it's at 44%, and we haven't played it.
That might be my vote too, though.
All right, here we go. So this one's called Route to Eternity. All right.
It sounds like the title.
Right, you're right.
Lived up to the name. Hey. My mom liking it. Mom got the.
Oh, my bad. I gotta switch the beat name on the screen too. My bad.
Yeah. The mom's is liking Rap to Eternity.
That's the correct beat name up there for y'all now. Sorry.
Hey, you gotta pull that back a little bit. I gotta hear that drum part. You gotta hear that drum.
Got a question for you in the chat.
Did I answer on the mic or?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I just made the beats. A lot of times I just make beats, and then the ones that I can, if I make a song for a stand, that's one thing. But these beats in particular were just beats I like that I made on my own time.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for all the love, though.
That was also fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I got to put in my vote because I didn't do that, but I got to go from a different account because it won't let me vote like from here. So let me do that. All right. So hopefully you remember which beat you like the most because we are almost out of time for today. So let me hold on. Switch. We go to sub art music. And let me turn this down just so the live don't come blasting in the
Somebody
joint.
said stand on the burner account like KD up here.
You know what I mean? You know? All right.
That
Cool.
incognito vibe.
You know what I mean? All right. So, yeah, man. So, last chance to put your vote in. It's too funny. All right. I will give y'all, let's say it's 152 where I am in the world. So I'm going to give y'all till it says 153 on my end, and then we will kill it. Right now, we got Route to Eternity in the lead. Frames is in second place with Neither, and Flask tied for third.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that means neither in the running.
Right. I think I have that sound effect. I just can't remember what button it is. Oh, man. All right. So got a few seconds left if you haven't voted yet. We got 27 people watching right now. So only 16 of you have voted. All right. So that's neither got my vote. Frames needs a home ASAP, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Call in time. If you haven't voted, for the 16 people who have voted, thank you. But if you haven't voted, it's about to come to an end now. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That's it. And the winner of the poll is officially Route to Eternity with 52%. Frames came in second with 24%, with Flask and Neither at 12. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure out these bars.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good one. I think that's like a quintessential me sound, that beat.
Yeah. Joint's tough.
Yeah.
Joint's tough. Yeah, man. So let me throw something up on the screen real quick because I do need to close out with some business. I know you gotta get ready to dip, right?
Well, yeah. Well, let me tell you too. I gotta send you because I just started a Twitch where I'm making songs like on stream, so people here might want to see how some of these tracks get made.
Yes.
So I can link to
Tell
that.
them all about it.
Should I link it?
Yeah, drop it in the chat, and then I'll add it to the description of the video as well.
Bet. All right, go ahead.
All right. So just want to give y'all a heads up before I get ready to go on upcoming events. Number one, Halloween Day. We will be at the park in Tysons. That is happening October 31st. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen so you can see. October 31st from 4 to 7 p.m. We will be at the park doing our event called Sketchpads, which will be hosted by me with live production played by me, and then live drawing done by my oldest daughter, Peace Gamer Rent. And yeah, you can come out, hang with us. We're giving out free art materials. Those of you who are celebrating Halloween with your family and looking for something for the family to do, this is a great activity that you can come. Not only get candy and all of that type of stuff, but you can pick up free art supplies, right? And draw live if you want to. And for those of you wearing a costume, you can act as figure models so other people can draw you. So if you want to hang out with us for a few hours early on Halloween, like right after school, come through from 4 to 7 p.m. We will be there. All right. So that is one event. Next event coming up. This is an online event. It's great having AJ here to talk about this. November 6th, exclusively on Bandcamp. You can check the replay of the performance that me and the Sons Hughes, including AJ, Rios, Lizzie Blue, Jonathan Smalls, DJ RBI, and Stephanie Gale, plus live art by Shawnee Shee, and also featured a brief performance by Javier Starks, who joined me during Lost Touch. But this is a replay of our entire set from that evening, and some of the instrumentals that the band played that evening as well. So definitely come, head over to Bandcamp. You can get your ticket now. For those of you who are already Patreon members at $5 or higher, or Bandcamp subscribers, you already have free access to watch this when it goes live. And I will be adding on Patreon, I will be adding it to the video collection after, where people on Patreon can go back and watch it whenever they want. And oh man, I appreciate that. I'm going to the comment real quick. Shout out to Stan and AJ. Waymaker is a banger. Man, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, appreciate it.
I got to promo that song better.
I heard we get 2 if we say please. I mean, so look, man, I'm down with doing something with Route to Eternity and Frames. And look, I had Flask in the queue because I was thinking about that one too. But
sounding like something else should happen.
I mean, so
maybe in a little.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, man. But yeah, definitely grab your tickets. I want to address something that a fan said in the comments of the last live. They didn't say it in the live chat. They posted it before, and they basically were like they were talking about the replay and questioning why wasn't it free, and they were just like, talking about how different times are and stuff like that. And what I can't stress to you enough, and I said this, and in fact, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna actually read the comment I wrote, rather than trying to like make it this long-winded thing in terms of explaining why I'm charging for the replay. And it's like, and I wasn't trying to be aggressive or anything like that. I just needed to let them know, because we are definitely in a day and age where people oftentimes don't understand how much goes into a thing. And so I just want to clarify this real fast. Got it here. And let's change that so I can see most. Yeah, here you go. All right. So they said to me last week when they saw that you had to pay for this, because it was 15. I reduced it to 10, right? For people who want to pay to watch this. So it says, so what they said was, so we got to pay to watch. What times we in? And so what I said to them was, number one, you actually don't have to watch. Let's start there. This is not something that everyone needs to do. If you want to do it, that's different, right? But just like I also don't have to share it. It's important to remember that. Like, y'all don't have to watch, and I also don't have to share it. But if I am going to share it, it's important to remember this was an event that I produced myself. Yeah. Like, there wasn't a bunch of donors or anything like that. This wasn't this event costs well over $5,000 of my own money was invested in it. Everybody who performed that night got paid, right? The artist who was drawing live got paid. The whole band got paid. Every band member literally got the same amount that I got. You know what I mean? The only extra money I made was from my merchandise. The person selling the merchandise got paid. Our stage assistant got paid. My daughter, who worked, got paid. My daughter's boyfriend, who was collecting people's coats, got paid. The person who recorded this and edited it literally took a reduced amount. They charged me significantly lower than what they charged to do this exact same thing, just so they could do it. And part of that negotiation was, I'm gonna take what you edit and I will put it up, like, and we'll put it behind a paywall, so that way we can make additional money off of it, and then I can give you more money because I know you did it for less, right? So it's important to remember that. Like, this isn't me trying to take advantage of folks. Like, almost everybody who was a part of this took a little bit less, including the venue, right? Like, the venue got paid. Like, but like, all of these folks could have ultimately, or at least most of them, could have made more money doing something else, but came together to, like, as a community to help me and be a part of this. And so what I'm just trying to do is make sure that, like, one, when this comes out, when this is available, that number one, all of those people who paid to attend it in person, right? Who showed up for us, those who were able to show up did. And what do I look like? Just this thing that literally some people flew from the West Coast, other people drove from Vermont, several people drove from 3 to 5 hours away to be there. They spent their money, they spent their time to come out and support us, for an event that I literally was expecting to lose a ton of money. Like, I almost canceled it twice, but it worked out in the end. Like, y'all came through last minute and it was a beautiful night. But I am trying to honor the deal that I made with the person who filmed this by themselves. And when you see it, it does not look like one person shot it, but one person shot all of this. Yeah. One person edited something that's literally the length of a feature film. This is the length of a film. On top of that, the sound initially that night was lost, like the sound just for our band. So they spent 5 or 6 months, maybe more than that, auditioning like audio engineers who could save the audio from the different devices they had around the venue to be able to make it sound as nice as it sounds now, considering the venue wasn't able to capture the last part of the show. So, fam, I can't stress to y'all enough. A lot of work went into this. A lot of money went into this with the expectation of not making anything initially. But like, now that it has made something, I'm doing what I can to be able to contribute to this brother who's dedicated several months of his life to be able to present this to you. And he has not been getting paid during that whole time. You know what I mean? Like, to do this. So yeah, that's why it costs. And it's just important for people to, it's important context for everyone to know. You know what I mean? And that's all I'll say about that, And most importantly, we got to keep these babies off these poles.
100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's a great show. It's a great show production. Y'all will love to see it.
Yeah, man. It's a great performance. There are great stories. There's the live version of Ordinary Joe with Steph, like, singing it, with me adding a verse. These are things that y'all haven't heard. Yeah, man. Unreleased Nuja Best track that we performed as well. Yeah, it's dope. Also, MomoCon, 2026. You can catch me there from May 21st through May 24th. So that's going on. And also, just going back to the event that's happening on November 6th, there's going to be a big announcement that night. So y'all don't want to miss it, so y'all can get that info as well. And I think that should be everything. Oh, yeah, and of course, Adultish 2.0 out right now with remixes from your homie, AJ Rios. You know what I mean? Definitely check that out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, Joshua, I mean, I did my best to not say that to the person, right? Like, when they said that comment, but my wife said something similar, like, like, people, I and we could take all the other stuff off the screen. Oh, there we go. But people don't understand the amount of sacrifice sometimes that goes into this stuff. And I think because so much of the things on the internet are just given away freely, that it becomes easy to undervalue things that people have invested a ton in. Next year's show that we're organizing right now literally is going to cost significantly more. Like, it's already several $1,000s more for this upcoming year than it is last year, partly because it's also connected to the 25th anniversary of my first album. So on top of having to pay for the event, the manufacturing of that album, which I get asked for every day, the manufacturing alone is the price of what the show was last year. So this year I gotta do the show and I gotta cover the manufacturing because I'm not on a label. I do this myself. So literally this year is gonna cost me twice as much just to bring this to y'all, and pray that those of you who can come do come. But I promise you, when we announce everything that's lined up for y'all, it's gonna be worth it.
Hey,
So
I want y'all to know what Stan is doing and has been doing, and his team and everybody and family and friend, everyone, especially him. This is the stuff that Prince was talking about when he had Slave on his face. These are the things that MJ was realizing later in his career. These are the things that, although controversial stuff, that Ye was talking about in some of his stuff. Joe Budden, when he left Spotify and had to go Patreon, like, but this dude has been that way the entire time, and he's doing it on the ground level. He's a very, we're all humans, but he's a very human, if that makes sense. Like, he's someone that will connect with anyone and listen and still give opportunity. Even when he's in a situation where he needs something, he's always going to contribute to others as well. So, like, definitely appreciate this man, like, while he's here, like, for sure, and everything that he's a part of.
yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate it, bro. Like, I'm just, yeah, man. It's not even for me. Like, for me, it's not even a thing of, like, I'm hoping folks come through for me. Tons of people have come through for me over the years and looked out and stuff like that. But I don't do the things that I do hoping that those people will do the same in return, because it's enough times in my life people have not come back through for me. So what I've learned to do is like, that's not even the expectation for me at this point. I do it because it feels like the right thing to do. And like, like, I got people affected by what's happening right now with our government and stuff. People who would, if I asked them to do anything, would do it for nothing. And I know that even in these moments and what they're experiencing, they're still like, nah, you ain't got to pay me. I'm like, shut up. Tell me how much you would normally charge someone else for the thing, and I'll give you that, because right now they ain't giving you anything. So that's the least I can do, because I know you ain't got to do that. But I know that I can afford to help you. And like, rather than just give it to you, there's something I need from you anyway. So I'm going to just make sure you get what you would normally get to do that. So that way you ain't out here with nothing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And it's unfortunate, but I understand. It's like, people have different principles. And I also recognize what I say every week. My expectation when I do this isn't that you will donate, but, it's great if you do. But what I always say is like, man, if you can, cool. Like, it's not expected, but it's always appreciated. And I just need you to know that's real. Like, I earn whatever I get. So, but I don't expect any handouts for anything. But I appreciate what Josh said, here, like, we get a free show most Fridays. Crazy to me, folks still move like that. Bro, world we live in, All right, I'm gonna need a link for that hoodie though. I'll pay unlike your man's. Yeah, man, I'll drop a link for you right now. It's on the it's temporarily off their site because the Jazz and Blossoms is a springtime thing that they do. So right now it's not on the site. But if you remind me, spring 2026, I know that sounds crazy. If you remind me, I'll let you know. Matter of fact, if you DM me too, send me a message. Oh man, come on, fam. Damn, yo, that's love, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you, brother. It means a lot, man. Thank you, man. Y'all, hey, AJ knows I sing y'all praises all the time, man. Y'all are the greatest supporters and fans anybody could ever have. Yeah. And not just because you support financially, but because of the vibe, the space that y'all help create for other people who come into the space. Everybody feels welcome. I've seen other artists who've seen it, other fans who've seen it. They all feel different when they come in this space. They feel like it's a very different space than other places online. So thank y'all, man. All right, I'm gonna stop talking because I gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, AJ, man, thank you so much for making time. I hope you had a great time today, bro.
Of course, bro. Thanks for having me. This is I've always wanted to be on here, but to be here for what it was about, and like with D'Angelo and the show coming up, like the stream coming up, and it felt like a perfect time, even though it's a sad time, but it's also a time for celebration. So I'm glad I could be here.
Nah, man, we appreciate you being here, man. And like I said, I knew how much of a D'Angelo fan you were, because like we'd already talked about him. You know what I mean? And like with you being
like a week or two ago, we talked about him.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, so that's immediately you were the first person I thought, because of how recently we had this conversation, and so it was only right, bro. But get to these comments and then we'll get out of here. For real, seeing and talking to both of you made me realize how much real people you are. People do overlook things when they don't understand the process. Indeed, man. Indeed. I'm an independent artist, and I can't remember how much my first album cost, but my second album cost, what was it? Over $41,000 to make. All right. And I'm indie. Okay. My third album was like 25, 30, probably go over 30 whenever we do a repressing of it. My fourth album was about the same amount, maybe a little bit more than 30. Adultish cost me over 30, like probably, over 18,000 plus was raised via Kickstarter. But I had already spent thousands of my own money before that even came through. And never mind the money that I still spend on it, like from time to time when I got to repress things. And so yeah, man, people don't know. People don't know. And but I appreciate y'all for always showing up. Thank y'all. But hey, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody have an amazing weekend, man. Same to you, Colin.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy Mochi, you the realest. Thank you so much. I will be posting that link. AJ, feel free to drop your links also on Discord, man. Come through. Because we got a music section, so you could always drop whatever you're working on up there. Yeah, so much for 2 hours. As soon as I looked at the timer and saw that we were 5 minutes older, I was like, well, so much for that little free split thing that I got. I'm gonna have to do it a different way, but it's all good. But thank y'all, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care. AJ, be safe, man.
Hey, likewise, man, always.
All right, y'all. It is time for our favorite part of the show, or I should say my youngest daughter's favorite part of the show. The good old closeout, but here we go. Happy Friday, everybody. Peace. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Subscribe, like, do whatever you like. Stay subscribed, like, do whatever you like. That's right.